before he ended up facing charges.
Posts videos of himself to YouTube.
What up, Brad? What up, Brad? Right here on the Big 450. Oh, yeah. To talk about a YouTuber. That's right, Brad. YouTuber beef, let's go. I want to get down there, but I don't want to go this way. Let's see if we can go around. The YouTuber we're talking about is already in the title, so like, there's almost no point in me saying it anyway. But did y'all remember Fooligan? He it used to be all about Grom stuff, you know, Grom can't talk. Oh, you know what's interesting about this too? It's all fenced off here, so somebody doesn't want somebody in there. Oh, all the more reason to go in. Let's see what that sign on the fence says right here. Find out if it says enter DFW International Airport property, no trespassing. Little do they know, I identify as a plane, so I am more than welcome. I'm just kidding, bros. We're definitely not going in there, but we're gonna peek this bridge. At least on camera, if you know what I'm saying, bros. Anyway, y'all remember Fooligan? He used to ride around. It was all Grom Squad. He'd get all the boys together and they'd go a little muddy. They'd all go ripping, boys, and it was always some good video. It was just such good vibes. You know, you got the boys and the Groms. You're out there killing it. You know, mini bike gang, and then he got a 500, and he's killing it on the 500 KTM. And I always liked those videos, but something I noticed that started bothering me that made me eventually unsubscribe and unfollow on Instagram and all that jazz was some stuff he kept doing. And it's the thing that I preach against, where you ride around like you're invisible and do your thing and just basically completely ignore cars. Like if they're being mad or doing anything, you just ignore them. You just keep riding, you get out of their way, you get away from them. You never antagonize. And what he did was antagonize. He loved it. He loved it. Now, Fooligan, if you're watching this, no offense, brother. You know, I get that you talk against it now, and I think all your recent videos, you ain't done this kind of stuff. But I'm just speaking about past tense as to why I stopped following you, Mr. Fooligan, if you watch this, and the rest of the brands, just so you know where I'm coming from. This is all past tense. Hopefully now he's a different person, you know. But he was a very hothead in all of his stuff, and if anything happened, boy, he was just like right in a car's face, yelling, screaming. He played the perfect victim biker that I hate. I hate victim bikers. I hate them all. Let's see if Jared can leave the sin or not. The big Pokefitty. Anyway, he always played the victim biker, so it didn't matter what any car did. If they did something that upset him, he yelled at him or revved at him. He just, golly, he would just rev his bike all the time, and it's so annoying. And remember, this is all past tense. You know, I'm like talking a little bit of trash, right, on what he was. You know, let's pretend that he's not that person anymore. Even though most unlikely, Brance, he probably still is exactly like that. He's probably just smart enough never to video it or make a big deal of it anymore. But back in the day, he was about them YouTube views, so he saw a big pattern. I think his top 5 videos actually are altercations of some sort involving vehicles. So anyway, we're just talking about the one instance, right, where that's when I unfollowed him and stuff. But he always did this, and I didn't really care as much before. I was a new rider back when I would watch him, and you know, I was just kind of learning my core values and being a rider and what that looks like and how to interact with cars and stuff. And pretty early on I started to figure out that messing with cars is stupid, and watching the guys get mad and hit cars, and seeing the giant car that you can't do anything about almost runs the guy over, and I'm like, okay, that was dumb. Like, you learn immediately, you know, it's like a child, you know, you do the one thing that was a bad idea, and then you learn from it, right, and you don't do it again. Well, Fooligan never learned again. He just kept doing the dumb thing. He burned his hand and just kept grabbing the hot iron. So there's this instance where we were in St. Louis. So this was a while back when I was in St. Louis on the dirty streets for ROC, boy. I love ROC. Oh, it's a good time. Now it's all about lean back and Chirac, baby, because ROC's dead. Rip. But I was at ROC, and I was chilling with some guys at a hotel downtown. I saw and heard these people yelling, and I looked down the street, and I see Fooligan like jumping around like a little lunatic. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, visitor entrance. Ain't nobody here. I'm just kidding. They're closed. That's why nobody's here. Normally this place would be loaded, I feel like. Anyway, a dude down the street, I'm like, hey, look, it's Fooligan. And he's down there. He's like doing like that. Like he looks like a crackhead. Like I was losing it. I was like, what is this guy doing? This guy is so weird. Just out and about in public. And his boys, his friends are there, right? And they're just standing there watching him. It's like, oh man, my earbud's falling out. Please go in. Oh, thank goodness it went in. Anyways, boys, which is another thing that I think is weird, are just watching him. So it's like, bro, how often does this guy do this to you guys, his quote-unquote friends that are out riding with him? Just sit there and watch him act like a lunatic in public. Y'all just let your friend do that? If your friend's like having a weird moment, tell him to shut the up. You know, like, oh man, I would expect no less from my close friends that I ride with. They'd be like, hey, stop, you're being weird, you know. But nobody was telling him to chill, no one was telling him anything, so he's just over there, and then he's just freaking out. And I'm like, what is this dude's freaking problem? Like, throwing the biggest tantrum I've ever seen. Like, if I like halfway want to take off my belt and go over there and spank it. You know, he was just acting like this little baby. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I just feel like it's a good detail to throw in. At the end of his video where he's this altercation with the lady in the car, like right as he stopped recording, that's when he freaked out. Okay, so like literally the end of the video, I saw him right up to that curb and hop off, and then heard him screaming and yelling. So like he's hit in video and then went, ah! You understand? Like that's child. Anyway, but he's like jumping around, gets on his bike, and he's just rev bombing that thing. I mean, just sitting there, just revving, and just looking like a crazy person. You know, guys, like it's not normal behavior. That's some of the craziest unhinged stuff I've seen lately, or ever since then. Honestly, just rev bombing that KTM to the moon, and me and my buddies are all just sitting there going, what is this guy's problem? And anyway, so he just sits there and he keeps freaking out, then jumps on his bike, drives it down the street, revving and screaming, like he's like yelling as he rides by with his helmet on, just yelling. I'm like, this guy's a lunatic. What is this guy's problem? Anyway, so a little while later, I see the video of where this altercation happened. Once again, now if I checked the video just recently, and I don't see why there's a reason why he was upset at the cars or whatever. The car got him, upset him, you know, whatever. The car was yelling at him, right? I don't know what happened for that to happen, but I wanted to say the car revved through a red light and like cut off the guys, like it was a green for them, and then the car turned in front of him, right? And so that's why he was there beside him and revving and stuff, right? And something, or they just blew through a red light or something. I want to say it had something to do with running a red light, but I couldn't figure out where I got that from. I don't know if it was something he posted on his Instagram, or maybe some other person told me that, you know, that was there. I can't remember, right? But anyway, I want to say it was something like that, right? Which is where, once again, I find it just this egotistical biker thing where we think we're like, cars are here and we're here, right? And for whatever reason, all the bikes think that. A lot of bikers think that way, right? And it's disgusting, because we're all here. We're all the same level. It doesn't matter if you're on a bike. You're just as much, if anything, you're below a car, because guess what? Just naturally, cars are not going to notice you near as much. And also, naturally, on a bike, whether it be a dirt bike, a Grom, a car truck, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're probably going to be doing some illegal stuff in our dirt bike or our two-wheeled machine, right? Whatever it is. Versus the car that's just driving, obeying the law, right? So chances are there's more reasons for cars to be mad at you. There's more reasons for a car to... There's no way I'm gonna make it in that slosh. I want to, but it just rained recently, so everything's nice and fresh and wet. I'm just not gonna stick. I'm just gonna slide around, and my tire is showing wire on the back. I should probably pull over and show you all that. See, I can get down there. That's not a problem. Let's do that. Anyway, so cars are just not going to notice you, and you need to drive like a lower being. Maybe that's how I need to explain it now. You are less than, okay? You're not important. Let's go, boys. let's see. Let me show you how much tire I got. Anyway, so maybe I need to start explaining it like that. Just decide and understand that you're a less than, and no car will ever see you, and you're always going to get run over. Okay, we're good. See? More donuts. Look at that hole. That's like a straight hole. Yeah, boy, big folk fitty in a tunnel. I love tunnels. Anyway, so the reason why he was freaking out is because the car ran a red light. And what I was trying to say was that it's ironic because at ROC, everybody runs the red lights. All of us bikers. I don't think I can go down that, can I? Oh, it's so muddy. And then it's just mud and water. Nope, not today. Anyway, we all run the red lights. Like, the cops literally at ROC were so cool. They literally just say, we know this is y'all's weekend. They would literally come up and talk to us at the gas stations and stuff, or wherever. They say, look, we know this is y'all's weekend. Just don't run the red lights. Do y'all's thing. Don't run the red lights. And dude, you can wheelie past cops on every intersection. They didn't care. They knew. They just didn't care. It was just, there was way too many of us. There's thousands of bikes. So many people doing the crazy stuff. So they didn't care. They just said, don't run the red lights. We all ran the red lights, okay, guys? Every red light. All of them. So, Fooligan to be upset over this car running a red light when I know he, along with his entire group with hauling every other bike that weekend, was running the red lights. So why is he mad about it? Because he's a victim biker. He's got that he had that mentality that I hate, that I'm trying to get out of you guys. But anyway, so I think that's why he had this altercation. What started it, right? And then of course the car ended up like just bumping into his bike and knocking him over, and then they squealed off, right? And St. Louis is kind of high crime level. It's kind of ghetto, right? It's pretty rundown city. So yeah, you really shouldn't expect a car to just sit there and do whatever, right? And you shouldn't antagonize them to start with by yelling at them, revving your bike, and getting them to roll down their window so you can yell at them because you're right and they're wrong. Like, who cares? Like, just mind your business. Did you die? No, mind your business. That's just how I feel about all that. But anyway, so after I saw him do that big freak out, and then I saw the video showing him just yapping and yapping and yapping, and they're just yapping, just victim biker yapping and yapping about how that car's wrong and he's right. Yet he'll go do wheelies all weekend, you know, and then but then no other car says anything to him. How dare you? I'm a backer. He'll do stuff like that, and I hate it. I hate it, and I unfollowed him from everything after that. And then now you see how I am today, where I literally talk bad about those kind of people that do that stuff, and I'll make whole videos talking about why they're wrong. And Fooligan was the trendsetter for that, I feel like, because he was so big at the time and got so many views. So many young kids and young people and just new bikers would watch his stuff, and they copied and mimicked the same thing he would do, because they would see his attitude and his friends' attitudes towards cars. And that's why we got this inbred mentality of we're a bunch of victims and cars are bad and we must yell at them and hit them and rev at them and we can do anything and it's all fine and they're bad, which I hate. And I'm just slowly but surely going to cure all of us. And I personally have never struggled with this, but you know, I get it, some people do, especially after just seeing it being trendy. And that's the thing, like, people post the videos of them doing this kind of stuff, yelling at cars for some sort of car mistake, some sort of minor thing, and then they freak out because you could have killed me. Well, if you're worried about dying, don't ride a bike, because chances are you're gonna die. That's just the truth behind it most of the time. Like, people don't understand, like, the chances of you actually surviving and riding all the time is pretty slim. I think there was a thing done, like a statistic of it, and if you rode daily, the chances of you, like, if you rode a super sport daily, the chances of your life expectancy is like less than a year or something as a daily rider. That statistic is pretty wild, and there's definitely a tunnel right here, boys. And it's a big one, boys. Look at that. It's gonna go way over there. I love tunnels. Anyways, that's you know, knowing all of that, you should I don't know about this one, boys. So this is new. So it's going to be pretty slick. I mean, I guess it's fine there, right? But I don't know how deep that is. I see the stones, and then the stones fade away. So this could be 4 or 5 feet deep. I don't know how to, because it's so steep there, right? I would just go there, but it's so steep. I'm worried. And then that's dirty rocks. I'm worried I'll just like, I don't know. Let me think about this. Anyway, and that's why I don't like Fooligan. And granted, once again, this is past tense. He probably makes nice content now. I saw him making some videos with his boy and like his actual son, and you know, riding dirt, and it looks like he's back on his grom, doing a little bit of grom things, you know. But he ended up getting a lot of trouble and going to jail and all that jazz for attacking vehicles, and rightfully so. He deserved it. He'd been getting away with being an absolute retarded menace and attacking cars for way too long. And everybody, what drives me nuts is that people want to say that I'm like contradicting myself by ridiculing bikers for attacking cars because I ride fast, which is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I would understand if you saw some sort of completion or something of me like really risking it for the biscuit and endangering cars and cars almost crashing or something, but guess what? It doesn't happen. I zoom between a car and I'm there and gone before they even react. That's how it always goes. So it's not a big deal. Now, attacking cars and punching their mirrors is a permanent big deal. Like, the mirror's broke. There's a clear sign over there. Now, I'm flying down the highway and I pass a car. That's that. That brief second they saw me is the last time they saw me and the last time anything happened to them involving me. Now, if you get an altercation and attack a car, that's a totally different story. Oh, man. So, this gets smaller. I wonder if that means from the other side, it, like, shrinks down, because I couldn't fit through this. Those are those ones that like touch my handlebars. We're spinning! Hold on! Anyway, it just burned me up when I saw him do all that and just act like a freaking giant child. And that's most of you guys out there. Just so you know, I'm pointing fingers at you laughing. But that's what you look like. You look like Fooligan did to me that day when you're attacking a car. I know you're just a big crybaby, big victim boy who's never had anything happen in his life at all. And he has to make a car pulling out in front of him or something be the most dramatic, traumatic thing that's ever happened to him. When you're on a super sport, a race bike, something that you should be able to flick and maneuver like nobody's business, you have the advantage. It's not like you're in a whole car, your mom's minivan, you know. You're not in your mom's minivan, you're in a race bike. You can dodge stuff, you can stop fast. The only reason these guys freak out is because they're just entitled and or they just got really scared because they can't ride. Oh yeah, see, it shrinks right here. Look at that, it was a dirt collapse. A landslide, that's what it's called. A landslide. Oh yeah, I would have never made it through this. If I would have come through any of these, I'd be in that mud. And then this one maybe, but it's pretty short tunnel, not really worth it. Dude, the landslide's pretty cool looking. Ah! Oh, look at the Supermoto bridge, just for me. Let's go. Very cool. It'd be kind of fun to jump over that, wouldn't it? We just need a spot to do it. Let's see what's down here, shall we? Easy, look, it's a closed lot just for me. Clutch is in, baby, we're rolling. See how close we can get to the edge, shall we? I scared myself. I wonder why they put this big lip here. Maybe it is for people to walk. Although if it was for people to walk, you think they put some railing at this end part here. Interesting, interesting. Alright, let's see if we can get up it. I'll just bump the dirt. Just like that, boys. Nice and easy. This would be a fun lot day. Just come over here and wheelie next to the water, and then the guys that really mess up end up in the water, and we all laugh, have a good time. Oh, look, a homeless person under here. Nice. I wonder if he's gonna chase me with a machete or anything fun. Nah, it's just a nice old man. He got a lot of stuff down here, though. It's like another bridge. Oh, cool. What a cool spot, boys. Let's go. I want to go around back the way we came though. See if he got bags full of trash. He's like not making the place a big mess. I like it. You gotta respect it when a bum is Clinsley. Kind of shows signs of him probably not, you know, actually being in an unfortunate circumstance that had him homeless. And coast. Ah, too much brake. It happens. Stoppy. That was not a stoppy at all, Briz. I just got on the brakes hard. What a noob. Alright. Ooh. Hey, look, Briz, some tanks. Wow. I wonder if it can wheelie. Probably. You just gotta hit a good bump and pop the clutch. Hey, Briz, another homeless person. Let's go. They're waving. They're being so friendly. I love it when they wave and they don't wave machetes at me or knives or anything like that. A nice little spot. Oh, feet up, Briz, feet up. I don't want to get stickers. Oh. Ah, a bird. Stickers. Ah, no stickers. Anyway, Briz, don't be like Fooligan. And I mean, for the most part too, that whole, after he got in trouble real bad and ended up going to jail, like, he's kind of, all his views and all his fans just kind of left after that. At least most of them. I checked his views. He's having a hard time breaking 10K on most videos, even though he has 700, 600, I don't even know. He has a lot. He has a lot of subscribers. But it's the same thing. It's like sometimes after you go missing or away for a month, people don't pick up your videos again. It's just how it goes. It's normal. But yeah, after that was it for the most part. Anyway, Briz, I really don't know what else to talk about past this point. I mean, that was the gist of it. Don't do that stuff. Pretty cut and dry, simple. Act like a normal person. Avoid cars. Avoid confrontation. Just ride and have fun. Do a little, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, in the wheelie. Whoa, this stuff is slick. What fun. Hold on, Briz. Something caught my eye down here. The video's not over yet. Something going on here. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a camper shell, seems like. A box truck, some kind of tent house fort right there. Very fancy. American flag out front. God bless America. Let's go. And, remember last time I rode this thing? What? Look how squishy the tire is. What's with me and these tires keep on going flat? Last time the front went flat, there was no hole in it, by the way. No hole. It just went flat for no reason. Now the back one's like super squishy. I know it's going flat because I was swerving earlier and it was way easier to swerve, and then I was swerving just a second ago and it felt like it was flat. It felt like I didn't really just want to. When you got a lot of air in the tire, it's easy to do like this. Anyway, look at that. Texas. Oh, it's beautiful out here. I love Texas. Alright. And I love you, Briz. Okay, love y'all. Bye.
His YouTube page continues to post videos of himself speeding